Right, so 1 minute passed, then let's kick off then. Yeah, so what I would like to do tonight, let me just very quickly check the chat, there's one more. Hi, thank you. This is a practice that I actually use a lot, have been using a lot, and I remember, I don't really quite remember where it's coming from, other than I know I've watched Gay do it a long time ago on a video. So I haven't seen it for a long time, so I'd love to do that tonight. And it is a combined practice of the yes breathing. Sorry, the yes breath, not yes breathing. That was combining it with the next word. The yes breath and humming, that was the second word. And wonder questions. And all of this, I personally use this to support my creative process when I'm either trying to solve a problem or when I have something that I want to create, something I want to write or something like that. That's a situation where I would use this to help me a little bit. Now, you might know that conscious breathing can help bring certain things, emotions, experiences, processes that are just below the surface of our conscious, just lurking in our unconscious, just beyond our reach. That such things might sometimes, with conscious breathing, just emerge and come to the surface and become available to our conscious mind. And that's obviously something that for creativity is something that we're really interested in. And then in terms of humming, we know from proper physiological research that humming connects our brain hemispheres a little bit more than thinking alone. So if we're humming while we're thinking about something, then there might just be something that our brain hemispheres can see more than just by thinking alone. Right, so the idea of the practice is to combine the conscious breathing in the yes breath and humming with wonder questions about a problem, issue, or project at hand that you have in mind. And yeah, this may just enhance our body's responses in a way that allows a shift to occur for whatever we're trying to do. Yeah, so I'd like to invite you to, maybe if you have something, an issue, problem, project, whatever you would like to look into, keep that in the back of your mind. And before I start with the actual guidance, let's just quickly recall what is a wonder question. Now, wonder question is a question that produces an experience of wonder, so proper, genuine wonder in your awareness, like childlike, the innocent, pure form of wondering. And it's also a question that you really don't know the answer to. That's quite important. And you really would love to know the answer to. So just to give you a few examples, if you're thinking about maybe opening new possibilities, a good question could be, a wondering question could be, I wonder, how could this be even more playful? Or this is one that I love, I wonder what the most surprising solution might be. I like that one. Or to engage curiosity, we might pose a question, I wonder what would delight me most in this process? Or I wonder what metaphors or images come to mind when I think about this. And maybe questions in relation to connecting to purpose and emotion. I wonder how this connects to what I care about most. Or we could try to invite bold action. I wonder how I would approach this if I knew I couldn't fail. It's also quite a good one. Okay, so then lots more examples. And I would like to invite you to, with your issue in mind, maybe think about one or two wonder questions that could be interesting in relation to your issue, project, or problem. And then let's start with the actual guidance. So let's start with a yes breath. I think most of you probably know the practice of the yes breath. But just very briefly, if you want to sit down on your chair in a way that you're upright and comfortable and relaxed, but that your back is not resting against the backrest of your chair, such that you've got a bit of freedom for your spine. And then if you start with your pelvis, if you just roll your pelvis slowly and gently forwards and backwards. So as you roll your pelvis forward, that you notice a slight arching in your back, and you notice your whole body moves forward a little bit, and your chin comes forward. And as you roll your pelvis backwards, your lower back flattens a little bit, your back rounds, and you almost like you want to sink back against your chair, and you notice how your whole body moves backwards and your chin moves inwards a little bit. And then just play around with that a little bit, just this really gentle, slow movement of your pelvis. Notice how your spine moves with that, and allow the natural movement of the head to occur with that. So as your pelvis rolls back, allow your chin to come backwards. And as your pelvis rolls forward, allow your chin to come slightly forward and upwards. And just enjoy this movement. And then allow the breath to come into the equation. You might notice, maybe it just comes naturally to you already, that as the pelvis rolls forward, the body wants to open, and it's like an in-breath wants to come. So just allow that to happen. So allow a nice, deep, relaxed in-breath to come in as you roll your pelvis forward, and you allow your chin to come forward, and allow the out-breath naturally to happen as you roll your pelvis backwards, your spine rounds, and your chin comes backwards. So that's the yes breath, just as a quick recap. And just allow that to happen. Just continue doing that in a really playful and relaxed way. Don't always remember this is, don't have any strain or any force in there. Just do it in a nice and gentle way that feels pleasurable and easy to you, and just enjoy it. And maybe you can do it as slowly that you, I don't know, breathe in and out for a count of somewhere between 3 and 6, as long as you can comfortably do. So here's your yes breath, and enjoy that for a little bit. And now just bring your issue or project, whatever you have in mind, back into your mind, and maybe the wonder questions. So as you continue doing the yes breath, maybe turn your attention inwards a little bit and open yourself to wonder. And before you think about your actual questions, you might want to start with the humming. So if you just allow a really gentle and buzzy to occur on the out breath, that feels really good. And the longer the out breath is, the more you can enjoy that. And just play around with that for a little bit. Yeah, so really, really allow that to happen until you get down into your body. You notice that you feel the vibrations in your body, and begin to experience the actual wandering, really deeply wandering. Just a child wonders about something like a butterfly, something they've never seen before. You know, as grown-ups, we often lose touch with that kind of innocence and wandering. And we get into thinking we know how to solve problems, and that keeps us from this kind of innocent experience of wonder. So as you drop into your body like that, and start thinking about your 1 or 2 wonder questions. Start with 1 wonder question. Bring it into your mind in relation to your project or issue. And just notice what you feel in your body. Just let your attention wander through your body inside. Is anything you notice? And this might be a process that takes a little bit longer than just these few minutes that we have time for now. So maybe this is more of an intention for future practice. I've done this for like half an hour before, or more even, just enjoying the yes breath and the humming, and one wonder question led to another. And then I might sometimes stop briefly, take a couple of notes if something shifts, if something comes up. So for me, this has been turning into like a real process, a real part of my creative process. That I just, when I feel in any way stuck or anything, or feel like I want to achieve something, but I'm kind of driving myself too hard and I don't really get what I want to get at, and just take the break. You know, it's like this, like what Gay says about, what's the Einstein quote again? Oh, I've forgotten that one. What's that again? You cannot solve a problem. What's the quote again? Let me just bring that up again. I want to find that one. So, where is it? You cannot, oh, I'm finding it so quickly. You cannot solve a problem from the same mindset. Yeah, and oh, here it is. You can't solve a problem in the same state of consciousness in which the problem was created. So yeah, so I use this process that I've just introduced to you as a way to shift myself into a different state of consciousness that sometimes just gives me that new angle on something that creates a real shift in something, especially in the context with creative things. So yeah, that is my little thing for tonight that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, so I would invite you to play around with that for yourself, maybe extend it and see where that might lead for you. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you for being with me, and I hope you had some fun with this too. Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.